All right, Andy Broadway, and I'm here with Richard on a continuing interview series. The question I have for you, Richard, today is what impact will continued social distancing have on retail sales volume and tenant revenue per square foot? Should I consider rent escalation provisions in my leases, or are they worthless?
Okay, well, this one's a pretty easy one to answer. You know, what's interesting to me these days, everybody talks about social distancing. I think the biggest problem that retail tenants have is actually getting people to the store. Because if foot traffic is down, I mean, when people get to the store, they'll buy things. They'll get enthusiastic. They haven't come in and touched merchandise for a long time here. But you've got to get them to the store. And if you can't, you can run some simple numbers. If foot traffic is down 50%, your sales are going to be down 50%, if not more. And just as concerning to me is the whole online phenomena, which we know online sales have gone through the roof and they're going to double in the next 3 years. And people have gotten especially used to shopping online for things like home goods, athletic wear, lounge wear, and take a drive through, maybe an upper scale retail center, and you'll see how many loungewear, athletic goods stores are there. And if they don't have an online presence, they're probably going to have a problem. So I think those categories will get hit. As to percentage rent and rent escalations, I think those things are pretty much out the window for quite a while here. And I think a bigger question that I'm hearing is, when do folks think that retail net operating income will actually go back and achieve what was achieved in 2019? And I'm hearing all kinds of predictions on this one, but a lot of folks are saying, and these are very high level retail people that own a lot of shopping centers, that it could be 2023 or 2024 before you get back to that level of net operating income that you had last year. And I think that just puts the whole brick and mortar industry, in jeopardy. So you got to be proactive, keeping those tenants in place, and do everything you can to be transparent with your lender to make sure that he knows you got a plan.
Yeah, I would totally agree with you. And I agree with you when you drive by, a retail establishment, a mall, that some stores there's a bunch of lines at, and they're limiting the amount of people that can go in the store at a time. And you've got people waiting for a half hour, 45 minutes at some stores, but other stores, there isn't that. So whatever a retail commercial, owner can do to attract more traffic into that store is a crucial strategy for sure.
Yeah, I think one thing you're going to see more coupon offerings. Get this if you come in. I will tell you, from my experience, I'm not a line person. I do not like to wait in lines under any conditions. So if there's a line out front of a store, hey, I'll put it off to another day, another week, another month. One interesting thing that's come up with a very prominent retail center owner is they're actually putting together plans. If you've got quite a few local tenants, smaller tenants on one end of a property, or if you've got vacancies happening where you can actually move tenants around a little bit to create a vacant hole, maybe at the end of a shopping center. I saw a plan where they were going to demolish 50,000 feet of retail and actually put up a multifamily project that would flow right into this retail center, because it did have a Whole Foods, has some great anchor tenants, kind of a lifestyle center, but they're kind of planning to fill the holes by moving some tenants around, knocking down inefficient retail that does take up a lot of parking and doing some multifamily. So I saw that as a very interesting phenomena that I think is on the horizon.
Well, that's interesting. You must have been looking at my notes, because my next question I was going to ask you as a follow-up to that was, how can a retail establishment center reuse some of their empty space?
Yeah, and I think maybe I trumped you on the answer there,
Mhm.
but that is one of the ways. You can always look for alternative tenants, and as a receiver on a lot of retail centers in a past life, I would put everything from daycare centers in to medi spas, things that maybe weren't there, but might want the foot traffic brought in by the anchors. So you can find some alternative tenants, but I really like the thought process of the one developer I talked to, who actually was going to wipe out one corner of the shopping center and build a multifamily in a real themed festival kind of way. So there's a couple of alternatives there.
I think that's a great idea. And I also agree with you that the amount of people that are going online to shop, I actually don't remember the last time I even went into a store, except like a Costco or something. But, Amazon delivers packages to my door every single day. I think there's a support group for that. I think it's called Amazon, whatever it's called. A couple of my friends are a part of the same group, but we get shipments all the time. I'm not going to talk about whether you have that also happening at your place or not. But so how can we get more information on how to work with your company and your team?
Well, you can get information by going to richardhollowell.com. Our team is featured there. You can see the qualifications of all of our team members, all the disciplines in real estate that we offer solutions for, and especially our work as a lender liaison. So it's richardhollowell.com.